Hello friends, I know it's not Monday, but we're having a Wednesday message instead, and I just want to show you a little bit around campus today, and we'll talk about week 3 activities, and mostly I'm just feeling the need to do a lot of prayer for safety, for teachers, and prayer for peace, and just prayer for the leaders who are making tough decisions. It brings to mind this one verse that's one of my favorites, and it's, "This light affliction, which is only for a moment, is working within us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory." Know, friends, that I'll be praying for those of you who are already working in your centers or your schools, and those who anticipate beginning soon. Every day, whenever I see your name, I will pray for you this week. I want to give you a little tour of campus. Campus is looking especially nice right now. It's graduation here on campus on Saturday, and I'm so lucky I have a son who's graduating. He actually finished in December, but we just do one ceremony a year, so he'll be walking out on the football field, socially distant and masks and all, on Saturday, and the campus is looking beautiful. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour. This is the science building. It was new last year, and it's beautiful. It's really nice. There's one of the dorms. It used to be called North. Now they call it Steginga. Here's the library. The library is just winning some awards. First it won some for architecture, and now it's winning for children's programming. They do a lot of education for kids who are studying for History Day and things like that, or writing. This is the Campus Ministry Center. Used to be the library. Off in the distance there you can see Zwemer. Zwemer was built in 1884, so it's on the National Directory of Historical Society. I'm sure that's not what it is, but it's got some plaque in there about being a historical building. It's very beautiful. There's a lot of construction noise going on. They're remodeling in the classroom building, and that's been underway for some time. I don't know what the cement truck's doing, but in Iowa, and maybe in all colleges, in the summer you've got to make hay when you need to do some construction. And over there is the chapel. The flowers are especially beautiful this year, and I think especially because there'll be guests on campus on Saturday. It will be so strange to have graduation in July. So strange. My son got a job in Chicago. He's an actuary, and in April they got a work from home order until January. So he moved home, and he's living with us again and working from our upstairs. It's not ideal for him, but I feel so lucky. I never thought I'd have this opportunity again to live with my 22-year-old son, and it just feels like a gift. I also have 2 daughters, and I talked about that before. They were born in Ethiopia, and they've been in our family for 13 years. One of them will be a freshman here on campus in the fall, and I can't wait. And I'm just praying that she'll have the kind of experience that my other kids got, and just hoping that we can have regular school. We'll see what happens. Interesting that I hadn't had a lot of experience with diversity until our daughters came home. Our daughter Shega was the only black girl in her class at her school, and the first black girl to graduate from her school. I hate that she had to be a trendsetter like that, because it was a lot of burden for her, but she is so great and lovely, and I can't wait for her to be here on campus. I'm going to talk a little bit about your assignments this week and try to figure out how to turn my camera back around. All right, this is what we have. Understanding early childhood assessment. You will be conducting a brief training, so use the sources that are there, look for more additional sources, and make sure you source them in the back. The next is about diversity and needs based on Iowa demographic data. A couple of you have asked if you had to use Iowa data or if you could use data from your own state. We have to have you use Iowa data, or at least be familiar with that, because of the endorsement seekers. If you're seeking an endorsement, it's one of the things that you have to do. But those of you who are in a different state and really want to look at that, just send me an email and make sure that I know that that's what you're doing. Do make sure you use APA. Earlier this week I sent out a resource for you. Also use the Purdue OWL Library. That's a great place. I haven't been taking any points off for not using APA, but I do want you to do that, especially those of you who are master's seekers. The last assignment this week is using the Iowa Learning Standards. The only thing I want to say, I've seen a few of your assignments already. Make sure you are labeling the questions A through J so I know what you're addressing. And I am so grateful that you are all keeping up and doing so great in this summer of uncertainty, and thank you for the quality of your work. Feel free to contact me anytime. I'll do my very best to get back to you. One more look over there where the do not cross thing is. That's the education building. We would love to see you on campus sometime, anytime. Please come back. I do want to tell you I've actually retired this summer. I'll be taking a new role with the AEA, but I retired from my full-time work here for 28 years. But this is a great place, and like I said, I can't wait for my daughter to experience it this year. All right, thank you. It's a long one today. Have a good week.